Hi everybody, this is Vince. Welcome back to Yahweh's, and we are going to talk about a particular two verses that are in Isaiah that has been greatly misused. I'm going to tell you what stirred me up about this, and that was when I was reading a newsletter that was from a great group of believers. It really is a great bunch of followers of Yahshua. And this elder, we'll just call him Elder Pete, wrote an article and they published it, and it just came out this past month, and I was shocked to read what he did with these scriptures because it was so disgustingly bad that I could not believe that no one caught it and they allowed it to be printed. It was incredible that they would publish that and put it out. And I grew up with this misinterpretation out of Isaiah, so I was very familiar with it. But fortunately, someone brought this to light to me, and I was listening to a message by Don Harris on thinkredink.com, and I saw it clear as day, and I could not believe all my life I had missed this. So I want to tell you what he said. He was talking about the point that he was making was that people cannot just take a little part of a verse here or just a single verse over there and make a doctrine out of it. That you need to know the whole scripture, all of the scriptures, to understand fully what's going on. And I agree with that. But to make his point, he kept going to these scriptures in Isaiah, and his entire article kept hammering down that point over and over again. And I'm going to go ahead and read those to you. They're coming from Isaiah 38. Excuse me, Isaiah 28. Isaiah 28. And I've gone ahead and pulled it up, the whole chapter here. And I'll start it off. Won't read all of it. It's too long for the video here. But Isaiah 28:1. Woe to the crown of pride, to the drunkards of Ephraim, whose glorious beauty is as a fading flower, which are on the head of the fat valleys of them that are overcome with wine. Okay, he is talking to people full of pride, and they're drunk all the time. This is who he is addressing. Okay, let's move on down here to save time. We're going to jump to, let's go with verse 7. But they also have erred through wine and through strong drink and are out of the way. The priest and the prophet have erred through strong drink. They are swallowed up of wine, and they are out of the way through strong drink. They err in vision. They stumble in judgment. Are these the kind of leaders you want? They're not the kind of leaders I want. I want to get away from them. These are not the kind of people to follow. And this is who he's talking to. Verse 8 of Isaiah 28. For all tables are full of vomit and filthiness, and there is no place clean. Verse 9. Whom shall he teach knowledge? And whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breasts? He's asking, do we want the ones who are so young and simple-minded? Is that who we want to understand doctrine for us? Are you kidding me? Verse 10. Now we're getting to the verses that he continually hammered down as if this was the way we're supposed to live as Christians. Verse 10. For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little. Let's read on. For with stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to this people, to whom he said, this is the rest wherewith ye may cause the weary to rest, and this is the refreshing, yet they would not hear. Now verse 13. But the word of the Lord was unto them, the ones that we're talking about. To them the word of the Lord was precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little, there a little. Oh, and this is the part no one ever quotes. The rest of the sentence. It says this, that they might go and fall backward, and be broken, and snared, and taken. Does that sound good to anybody? Is anybody paying attention? Hello? Hello? Anybody? Is anybody there? Christians, wake up. I can't believe I fell for this for so many years of my life, but it's the way we have been taught. We listen and we worship humans, and we get our doctrines only through humans. Are you reading the scriptures yourself? Do you always need your pastor to tell you everything? If you always got to have your Sunday school teacher or your TV preacher to tell you everything for you? This verse is not for us. What this is telling us is not for us to live by. It says here in verse 14, "Wherefore hear the word of the Lord, you scornful men, that rule this people which are in Jerusalem." Are you hearing this? They are not supposed to be living this way, and he's saying, wake up. And I like the way he goes. It's further down here. It's verse 23. "Give ear, hear my voice, hearken and hear my speech." And that's what we need to be doing. We need to be listening to the voice, not these other voices that are around. It'd be great if you could get what I'm saying right now and it's just shut me off. You don't need me. You don't need anybody. If you're really hearing the voice inside, you don't need anybody to tell you what's true. Get in these scriptures and find out what they're really telling us, because they're for our good. Then listen for the voice in your heart. All right. Let me make sure I close this right, because I want to make sure you get what I'm doing here. We are not supposed to be getting our doctrines here a little and there a little, and then we piece it together so we have our own little pet doctrine that we created. We add our little ingredients into it, and then we stir it up, shake it real good, and then we got it. It's good to go. No, that is not the way we are supposed to get our doctrines. We need to not practice this. Stop it. No precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little. Stop it. This is what scornful people were doing, and they thought, this is what they said, they thought the word of the Lord was telling them that. And we have denominations all over the place doing this very same thing. They create their own little doctrines, and then they separate from each other because they can't agree. It's this terrible mess. It's the mess that we have here. If we're all actually hearing the voice, that living water coming up from within us, if that's actually happening, then we would naturally unite. We don't have to worry about this. Okay, I'm going to calm down now. And I'm going to let you go. I think I've said enough. Thank you for being here and listening and watching. And if I've offended anyone, good. See you later. Bye-bye.